Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another transformational reading here with Rian. And today we're going to channel a loving message from your future spouse. Okay, so let's just take a few deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And one more for good measure. Deep breath in. And feel that love within your heart space. And exhale. So let's see which heart came through for us today as a collective card reading before we get into the group readings. I have never seen this card before, as long as I've had this deck, I think almost like 2 years now. So let's see. I'm curious to see what it says for all of us. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Ooh, I'm sensing a lot of support coming through from your future spouses here with this collective card reading. So let's see more specifics with the group reading, shall we? So we're going to start with group number 1. Hello there, group number 1, and welcome to your reading to find out your channeled loving message from your future spouse. Now, I know this heart has come out before in other readings, but I don't remember what it says for the life of me. So let's find out together. Again, for me, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So your future spouse wants you to remember that first and foremost, they are your friend, and they want to also highlight the importance of friendship in your life right now. And that if you're going through something challenging and you're going to have to let go of something that might not be easy to let go of, just remember that your friends are always there for you, that they can be a shoulder for you to lean on and support when you need it. And I'm hearing that song, which is like one of my all-time favorites, is like Lean on Me, right? Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. I hope you sang that with me. If not, make sure you sing it, okay? There's something like very magical and therapeutic about singing when you're having a lot of emotions coming through. And so I know that you have some true blue friends that will be able to support you and give you like the most loving, delightful hugs whenever you need it, and whatever other assistance they can help you with. You know, at least until your future spouse can provide that assistance for you. Maybe some of you have already met your future spouse and you just are not quite married yet or haven't quite tied the knot. And so just remember that your future spouse is also one of your greatest friends, all right? Now, let's see what else we got here. I felt so betrayed. Oh, so I feel like this is what this could be about. Maybe there was someone in your life that recently disappointed you and you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can forgive this. I don't know if I can move past this. Like, this was such a deep hurt. And your future spouse is just reminding you like, hey, like, I will be here with you through this process, myself and your friends, as perhaps it's time to let this person go, or at least bring down the level of importance that they have in your life, especially if you can't let them go, right? I'm hearing like a coworker for many of you, that maybe a coworker kind of let you down, betrayed you, like maybe they were a confidant, like you thought you could trust them with something, and then you find out like, oh my gosh, they were like sharing what you told them in confidence with other people, you know? Oh my gosh, I've been there, done that, where it's like really awkward and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe you said that to the other person, like that wasn't meant to get out, like that was my personal feelings on the matter, right? And I can't believe you betrayed that trust. And so I'm really feeling that many of you are having that experience right now. And, you know, for those of you that it's not a coworker, perhaps it's someone else in your life. And really, again, if you can't let this person get out of your life, or let go of them, it's kind of like really just kind of cutting them off, like speaking to them less, not really engaging with them, you know, like keeping your distance for sure as much as possible, and like surrendering them. It's like, okay, you know, you're not my friend anymore, and you're not my confidant. Like, we can be cordial at work or whenever we need to be if it's like not someone at work. But other than that, like, do not call me, do not text me, do not try to apologize, because this thing, like, I cannot resume our relationship the way it was before. Like, it's been changed irreversibly. And ultimately, at some point, you will have to forgive them, because it doesn't do you any good to kind of hold on to that anger and that frustration, and like maybe even wanting revenge on them or whatever. Like, it doesn't really do your spirit or your energy any good to hold on to that. So, you know, until the day comes where you feel comfortable enough to forgive them and just, you know, bygones be bygones, still not friends, but again, I forgive you for what happened so I can move on. Until that day comes, just keep your distance. All right? Like, hopefully, they take a hint and don't pester and nag at you. Okay? So I'm sorry that happened, group one. That's like never cool to betray someone's trust. What else do we have here? Jade, be the bigger person. Oh, yes. That's what I'm feeling here for you. It's like maybe there's a part of you that really wants to get back at this person for hurting you. I mean, I totally get it. I used to feel that way like all the time too when I was much younger and a lot more, you know, saucy. Where it's just like, oh, you want to play that game? Oh, I see you. Okay, it's on now, right? Like, I used to get that way. And, you know, over time, I started to notice that hanging on to that anger created more trouble, right? I became very distrusting, very grumpy, very sarcastic, very jaded, right? And then I realized, like, I cannot continue to live like that, because by doing so, that negative energy is like repelling all the things that I want in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? Repelling new friendships, new relationships, new opportunities. And and I needed to let a lot of that go. And that's part of being the bigger person, you know, is understanding that other people, they are going through some things. They are on whatever stage of their journey, right? And it's time to kind of release it and be like, you know, whatever's happening in your life, I cannot let affect my life and my well-being. If you are struggling, if you have some drama in your own life, if things are not good at home, things are not good with your family and friends, and you're taking this out on me, like, I cannot stand for that. Like, boundaries, you know? And the other thing that I'm hearing is that I don't know if your future spouse really knows or can communicate this, but we all come into this life, and we all come with our own set of villains, you know, in our life. That everyone has a role to play in our life at some point in time or another. And some people are here to stay longer, and other people's are meant to come here and teach us a lesson and then exit the scene. Do you know what I'm saying? And like the ongoing TV series That's Your Life, there are guest appearances and then bye, okay? And then there are people that are part of the main cast. And so what I'm seeing here is this person came into your life to show you something, to teach you something, have you reflect on something. And there's no need to allow them to stay in your life longer than they need to, okay? And now this is like higher level spirituality stuff, but there are times too where you were meant to play the bad guy role in someone else's life, okay? And I'm sure you would hope that they could forgive you or move past it as well with the role that you had to play. So be the bigger picture person, see the bigger picture, there you go, and as soon as you're able to, move past this. But until you're able to surrender it, again, just keep your distance and spend time with your future spouse and your friends and those that mean something to you. Woodpecker. Woodpecker. Oh my gosh. Woodpecker. Do you guys remember that cartoon, Woody Woodpecker? Oh my gosh. Wow, blast from the past. Although he did not look anything like this. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. Oh, yes, I can tell this person, this betrayal threw you for a loop. Like you did not see this coming. And now I'm seeing like you learned your lesson that maybe you need to keep certain things to yourself, right? And not share all of your information, or really make sure you vet and trust people moving forward. I remember there was this time at one of my jobs before that I realized that there were just certain things that I just could not talk about at work that maybe in some ways might be seen as inappropriate, right? Like sometimes my dating life, for example, right? Like maybe some people, they just have different values, and some people like to gossip about who I'm seeing, who I'm dating, who I'm sleeping with, whatever. And um, thankfully it didn't blow up into anything big, but there were times where like people would tease me about my dating life or use it against me, or try to attack my character, right, with some of those things. Or take little jabs at my character, I should say. Like, nothing terrible came out of it. Like, I didn't get fired or anything like that. But, certain people will look at you differently when they know specific things about you, personal things. And, that shouldn't really affect the type of work that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, I really do not like gossips. So, in any case, it seems like it's time to move on from this friendship. Maybe it wasn't even doing you any favors. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's actually better people at the workplace that are more quality friends, quality associates. You know what I'm saying? So don't let this get you down. That's what the fortitude is. Don't let this get you down. Keep your head held high, and continue to get as much joy out of your life as you can, despite whatever this person did to you. So your future spouse, they know you for who you are. They know your true character, and they have your back. Like if they could do something about it, you best believe that they will. And they don't want you to get like resentful about anything, and they just want you to remember that, hey, you can trust me. I love you, I want what's best for you, and I would never betray your trust in that way like you've just experienced. All right, let's see what else do they have to share with you. We have the Emperor. So I'm getting the sense that like this has to be like all business. Okay, like you just got to keep it straight up business with them. Do not get personal, do not get friendly. Any more friendly than you have to. Death. Yeah, it's time for this person to like not be a part of your life anymore. Maybe you sensed it coming already, that they were not a good fit, and maybe there was a part of you that really didn't trust them deep down. And I think that's just been confirmed now that this friendship is kind of run its course. It's donezo. I don't think they truly have your best interests at heart. They might even apologize and feel bad to some degree, but I'm getting this vibe, and I don't like to be too pessimistic in general, but I'm getting this vibe that, this person, they'll do it again. I feel like they could easily do this again to you, and it's like, don't fall for it anymore. And it might even be just a part of their nature. Like this is just who they are, for better or for worse, right? I mean, I know there's people like that at my job that are like gossips, and I'm just like, like you're a great person, I have fun with you, but now I know like we can just talk and like have conversation, but I can't really tell you any of my deepest, darkest personal stuff. Like I just gotta keep it superficial with you because I know you're gonna blab, And you also have the Six of Wands here. Yeah, what I'm hearing from your future spouse, and like I'm also getting a lot of your friends too, is like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay? And this, yeah, I get it. This was a big blow. And my heart goes out to you. But like legit, you are so much stronger now after being able to move through this. Temperance, yeah. So balance, okay? Balance. I'm hearing like work-life balance too. And so I'm just hearing that, this is just a lesson that some things cannot be said in the workplace. Like as much as you maybe consider some of these people friends, as much as maybe you've come to care about these people and feel like they have your back, it's not always going to be the case. There are some people there that just really cannot respect other people's privacy and other people's personal business. And so it could just be like keeping things balanced, meaning like maybe keep certain things just between your personal friends and your future spouse and not anyone else kind of on the periphery, like coworkers. Do you know what I'm saying? And also with the temperance, I'm getting some justice vibes out of this where you can rest assured that there is karma involved, right? And that every action has a reaction and a consequence. And you might not be that form of like retribution, right? But trust that something is going to happen in their life that will balance out the scales here, okay? So, wow, your future spouse, they really love and care for you. They believe that you can be the bigger person here and that you can rise above this, you can learn your lessons and move on and come out stronger. They have all the faith in you to be the bigger person. And yeah, they see you. I'm getting the word they see you as someone as very mature and that you can handle this. They trust you. Okay. Oh, wow. What a very like complex message to share with you all, to say the least. So, keep your chin up, loves. That's all I got to say again. Thank you so much for watching, and I sorry you're going through a tough time right now, but I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you need any other help or assistance, like just check out the description box below if you need to connect further with me. And that's all I can say. I'm just really feeling for you. So sending you all so much love. And remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after. Hey there, group 2, and welcome to your reading to receive a loving channeled message from your future spouse. We have another card here to start your reading off that I have not seen before, so I'm really excited to see what this message says. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, something deep is happening here. I'm getting the sense that maybe you're seeing something in your everyday life where the cause and the root of all of it is really something within you. Most likely some type of past trauma trauma, pain, hurt that created some sort of belief system in your head about what could happen to you or for you, okay? We also have here, you are my soulmate. Oh, this is beautiful. So I'm getting the sense here that your future spouse just wants you to know that they love you no matter what. And any insecurities that you're having as a result of some internal hurts or pains from the past or whatever, that you don't have to oh my god, how do I say this? You don't have to apply that same mentality towards your future spouse, okay? Like, for example, maybe like that might help illustrate the point that your future spouse is wanting to make. It's like, someone may have betrayed your trust or hurt you or cheated on you in the past. And maybe because of that, you are having periods of maybe where you doubt or distrust the authenticity of your relationship with your future spouse or other people in your life. And what your future spouse wants to say is like, you are my soulmate. Like, I know maybe your ex did this to you, maybe a previous friend did this to you, or maybe a family member hurt you in this way, but I would never do that to you. You are my soulmate, and I will cherish you and treat you with the utmost respect and kindness. And I feel like that might be the same can be said too with some of your best friends. Okay, they want you to know, like, future spouses are not the only form of soulmates, right? Soulmates can be like family members and friends as well. And so just remember your, remember yourself, ooh, child, remind yourself that, you know, you can trust your soulmates in this lifetime. Okay, like I know one of my soulmates is my older sister, and I know I can trust her with everything and anything. Like, I know without a doubt that she has my back, and that despite whatever other people might have betrayed my trust or let me down or disappointed me, whatever, like that has no effect and no bearing on my relationship with her. That, like, she is next level. Do you know what I'm saying? And so whatever feelings that you have of that are kind of troubling you, just take a moment to reflect and like try to remember, where did these feelings come from? And can I surrender them and let them go so that they don't keep popping up and hurting me again over and over and over? Do you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's very, very deep energetic healing stuff. And I've been in those positions myself where you have to go deep within and see, like, okay, do I have issues from the past related to my parents? And that's why I'm having trouble with my current relationships. And like, how can I heal that? How can I move past that? You know, and not sort of project, right, what I'm feeling onto the current people in my life based on my past. I hope this is making sense, okay? Let me know in the comments down below if it's not really making a lot of sense. But what I'm getting is that no matter what, you can trust your future spouse and the other very important people in your life. Clear quartz. Get crystal clear. There you go. Again, get clear on what it is inside of you that is the cause of this. Like, maybe there's some fear that you're working with. Like, what is this fear? Fear of abandonment, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of failure, right? Like, where are these feelings coming from, and how can you release and surrender them and heal these memories and these limiting beliefs and thoughts? Canary, what a lovely color, right? I feel like this is a beautiful color for you to be working with as far as like golden light, golden healing energy. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. Yes, this is all about speaking your truth, okay? I'm hearing too, like, you can confide in some of these people that are close to you, like what you're feeling and your insecurities, your doubts, your worries. Part of this healing process, I hear, is speaking it out loud and having like a real heart to heart. You know, there are certain conversations I've had with my older sister that I haven't had with anybody else, and being able to like speak aloud these worries really did go a long way in helping me let go of them and helping me release them, and having my sister there to kind of reaffirm that love and support that she has for me helped so much too. And I feel like you could do with that, okay? That could be really, really helpful with what you are struggling with at the moment. Okay, let's see what other things your future spouse wants me to channel through this message. It's so interesting because, you know, my intent was just future spouse, but I'm also feeling for you and group one that there is like your soul tribe is really coming through in these messages as well to share their love and support with you. So we have the 8 of Coins. Yeah. So it has to do with something from the past, and making sure that we take time to address this, okay? Maybe it's some repeating issue or thought pattern that's just been coming up over and over and over again, and you can't seem to shake it. And so now is the time to really pay attention to this and work through these energies, because like, how long do you want this to keep hindering you, right? Like, not long. not longer, no longer, I hope. Wow, that really, that was like pulling teeth trying to get that phrase out. OMG. Um, but yeah, it's gonna take some time and some patience and some diligence of like doing the work, doing that inner work to move past some of this trauma. But you have that support system that will help you through this. Okay, so trust that there are people here who care about you and will be there for you. Knight of Swords. So yes, examining the ideas and going back to some painful memories, some painful things from the past. Maybe, you know what I'm hearing too, maybe it would be helpful for you to see a therapist also if that resonates with you. Because, you know, there was a time in my life where I went to therapy as well for like a year. And that really, really helped me identify some of the things that I grew up with, like believing, that were really causing me a lot of pain and turmoil in my adult life, you know? And sort of like the expectations that maybe some of us place on ourselves because of our upbringing, you know, like because of my upbringing, I was expected to perform and to always put other people first and not myself and all these kinds of things, right? And so there's something very similar in your case where like you were brought up to believe a certain way, and now that certain belief is starting to do more harm than good. And again, therapy can be a very safe way and a very constructive space for you to work through these different issues and examine truly what's causing you problems. Seven of Wands. Wow. I'm hearing the word defense. So I feel like maybe some of you have been getting defensive on certain matters, right? Like that are very sensitive to you. Oh my gosh, we have more cards that want to come out for you. Usually group 3 gets like these bonus cards, but group 2, you got it this time for this reading. So I'm hearing about this defense, like maybe you're getting on the defensive, you're very sensitive about something, and it's time for that something to heal so that you don't get so sensitive or defensive about it anymore, and you can be more constructive regarding conversations around that particular topic. And it won't like bring up old pains, you know? Also, too, what I'm hearing as well is it's almost like once you heal this thing, other things will open up for you and other things won't be allowed to come back and hurt you again, right? Because sometimes we attract certain energies that we carry in our subconscious that are more lower vibrational energies. Okay, hold on. Like, let me make this more clear. I feel like I'm speaking like some sort of oracle of Delphi and like riddles and whatever. So, for example, let me just use myself as an example to get some clarity for you, right? So, I used to date guys that were not good for me, right? Like, they were very disrespectful, they were very objectifying, and they wouldn't put me as a priority. I always had to work around their schedule, right? And it's because I had this sort of belief about men, that men really aren't going to be there for me, and that men, you know, they just take what they want and they don't really care if the other person is satisfied or if they're hurting or whatever, as long as they get what they want. Like, that's sort of my idea, right? And that men don't have the time for me. And part of that idea, not all of it, but part of that idea stemmed from my dad being in the military. And like he was stationed abroad, and there were like years in my youth, in my childhood, where he was not around because he was stationed in another country. And so like, even though as a child I knew like my dad had to do his job, right, being in the army and protect the country and whatever, but on a subconscious level, like I took it to mean like my dad doesn't have time for me. Like, I'm not a priority for my dad. His work is more of a priority, right? And so that is the belief that I carried with me. And once I was able to heal that belief, then instead of attracting these men who were like very similar to my dad at his core, like busy with work, don't have time for me, right? I started to attract men who wanted to spend time with me, who wanted to ask me on a date, who wanted to hang out with me beyond just like hooking up, that type of thing. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling here is like once you heal this belief, then you're no longer going to attract or be associated with people, places, things that remind you or that carry a similar vibration to this pain from before. Make sense? I mean, if you need a little bit of help with this, like I do personal readings, so you can, you know, send me a message. You can see how in the description box down below to help work through this, because this is something that's near and dear to my heart, is like helping people move beyond any limiting beliefs so that they can really get what they want out of life, you know, manifest their true desires and wishes. So I hope that made sense. What else do we have here? 10 of Swords. Yeah, so I'm sensing there's a lot of pain. And with the Phoenix, it's like die, be reborn, die, be reborn, be reborn. So there's some sort of repeating thought pattern, behavior, wound that keeps coming up over and over and over again. And your future spouse and your friends are like, yo, I'm here. Let's address this. Let's handle this, because I don't want to see you hurting anymore. Okay? I don't want you to keep getting hurt by the same old memories, the same old patterns. Like, I know you can move past this. I know you can heal. I know you can rise above. Like, let me help you. We have Ace of Cups. Yeah, new feelings, a change, a new beginning for you when it comes to your emotional well-being, your emotional health. 5 of Swords. So I'm seeing here, you know, I'm really just getting the sense that you're really, really capable of this. And I'm getting the sense here that this is about reframing your mindset, okay? That your future spouse and your closest soulmates and friends, they're like, we know you can do this. We know you can establish a new mindset that's more optimistic, that's more full of light and hope and love and compassion and healing. And so again, it's like, you know, I'm feeling like they're gathering these swords, these swords here, like even pulling the swords out of here, like removing these painful memories. Okay, it's time to heal now, love. It's time to be free. Be free of these burdens here. Oh, yes. So your future spouse, they just want what's best for you, and so do your friends. And sometimes it's going through difficult experiences, like, you know, therapy and other healing things, where it's like bringing up these old hurts so that they can be expelled, right? They're not always comfortable, but it's for your highest and greatest good. Oh, wow, wow, these messages are so deep that are coming through with these readings today. I was not expecting that at all, but just know that I'm sending as much light, love, and support your way as you address some of these deeper thought patterns and beliefs, okay? And I know you can move through this, and so does your soulmate, future spouse, and friends and family. All right, so take care, loves. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. And again, if you need a personal reading, I'm here for you. Just look at the description box down below. And never forget, it's not too late for your happily ever after. Sending you so much love. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading to receive this loving message from your future spouse. Let me tell you, these readings have been so deep. This is like deep love. This isn't like, you know, oh, hugsies, kiss, love you lots. Like, no, this is like deep healing, deep love stuff coming through. So what is your reading here to share with you today? Let's see. Oops, forgot to put this one away. So you have, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So I'm getting here that your future spouse, wants you to know that, right now, maybe things have been a bit comfortable, a bit easygoing, but there's a new chapter in your life that's wanting to come in, right? I'm hearing that the universe wants to guide you in a new direction. And part of you is a little bit hesitant because it's maybe some of that fear of the unknown, okay? And fear of what could happen if you try something new, go somewhere new, speak to someone new, um, you know, get a new job, that type of thing. Like big changes here is what I'm getting, and that maybe you're a bit apprehensive, a bit fearful of what lay beyond, but your future spouse wants to say, hey, like, it could be really good things up ahead. Like, don't deny yourself that chance, that possibility of something really wonderful coming your way, because you're a little bit uncertain, and just because you don't know all the details and you don't know what's out there. I'm hearing for a good chunk of you as well, especially if you haven't met your future spouse yet, that taking one of these risks will lead you to them, okay? Like taking a new job, moving to a new place, agreeing to go to a party where you might meet them, agreeing to go out on a date with them, even if lately you've been, dating a lot of scrubs, right? And you're like, no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me, right? Like, you're just like, I'm done with that. I'm done with dating because these people are like fools, right? Like, open yourself up to some new possibilities. And if someone asks you out, like, you never know, give it a chance, okay? Let's see what we have here. I need to think about it. This is your future spouse saying, like, maybe you're overthinking things and you're, like, legit being a bit of a worrywart. I'm hearing that phrase analysis paralysis happening here, where it's like you're thinking too much about the what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, when really, and I learned this phrase when I was at a retreat in Bali in October, and I love it. Instead of thinking about and worrying about the what if this will happen? What if that doesn't happen? What if this goes wrong? What if? Instead, think why not? As in, why not have a wonderful time? Why not be able to connect with the future love of my life? Why not be able to earn more money? Why not move to a beautiful house in a lovely neighborhood, right? Like, why not? Why can't these good things happen to you? Okay? So start thinking in that setting, in that mindset, okay? And then that will open the doors to these amazing possibilities, all right? Ooh, black tourmaline. This kind of reminds me of like wood, right? Black tourmaline, protect your energy. Ooh. So I'm getting the sense here that, you do have a lot of power within you, and that you don't have to step into something, a new direction, like being so worried about it. Like, you can step into a situation feeling very confident and realizing, like, hey, good things can happen to me. Like, you're setting that intention, you're setting that expectation, like, good things can happen to me. And I don't have to be in a cycle of like tragedy or mishaps or struggles or whatever. Like, yo, I have good energy, and good energy attracts good things. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, there was something else that kind of came through that was really also like a good point. And I forgot. Oh, maybe it'll come to me. Let's see what this is. Condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. Bam. Okay, now I remember what it was that I was going to say. Someone once told me, and this was like, again, game changing, just like that other phrase that I just said earlier, but they told me worrying is like praying for what you don't want to happen. Yes. I'm going to say a couple more times so you can like reflect on that for a second. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want to happen. Mm-mm. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want to happen. So I'm sure you've heard of that phrase like self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like if you believe that something catastrophic and bad is going to happen, like most of the time it will, right? Because you're speaking that, you're believing that into reality. It's like whatever you believe, you're right. If you believe things are going to go badly, they will. If you believe things will work out well, guess what? There's a greater chance that they will. Okay, so that's what the condor is saying. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. So your future spouse is saying, yo, you got all the power. Like He-Man and She-Ra, those cartoons from back in the day, you have the power to dictate the direction your life takes. And you have the power to help influence how things are gonna turn out. Okay, so it's that belief, it's that faith, it's that trust that you place in the outcome. Okay, so don't put your trust and faith in like a bad outcome. Oh my gosh, like do not bet on that. Like please. Ooh, oh, I'm getting like heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Like just act as if the highest vision of your life is unfolding before you, and that these are all signs from the universe to lead you in that direction. Okay, these paths that are opening up, they're not meant to bring you down and hurt you further. They're meant to lift you up. Oh, yes, honey. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Those moments where I'm channeling that like divine wisdom and words feel the best. Feel the best. And these new paths are opportunities and signs from the universe to raise you up. Oh my God, that feels so good to say it. Type that in the comments down below, loves. These new paths opening up are to help me elevate and rise up. These new paths that are opening up are meant to help me elevate and rise up. And one more again. These new paths that are opening up before me are meant to help me elevate and rise up. Oh my God, I love that. I love that for you. Oh my gosh. Yes. You know, the other readings were quite deep, and some of them were honestly like a bit like a bummer. But I'm loving that your energy for your reading is coming through so beautifully here. Oh, look at that. Okay, Spirit was like, nope, don't grab that. Just kidding. Movement. You are going places, hon. Like your future spouse knows that you deserve great things, knows that you can trust, that things are going to work out for you, okay? That things are happening for you. And they believe that, and they just want you to be able to believe that too, that you're on the move, that you're going places, you're accomplishing things. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Six of Coins. This is all about getting help. The universe is literally conspiring for your success here, okay? And you don't have to be on like high alert and on guard every time someone's trying to be kind to you, trying to be nice to you. Like, you don't have to be skeptical in that way. You know, there are people who are genuinely there to help you. So you can let that fear go, okay? Like, more often than not, I have to say, people really do want to help and really do have your best interests in mind, okay? I know sometimes when we get betrayed or we get let down or disappointed or whatever, like it's hard to trust again in the goodness of people. But this card right here is telling me like you can trust in the goodness of people. Okay, you can. Three of Coins, look at that. This is collaborative energy. Like someone is coming. There are forces that are wanting to come in to help make your wishes come true. You know, like this genie here. So it could be literally a person or people or opportunities that are coming into your life that want to grant your wishes, but you're here overthinking it. You're here worrying too much, and you're not seizing these opportunities. So your future spouse is like, no, babe, like, go for it. Like, put your worries aside and just go for it. Oh, look at this. Ten of Coins. So you got 3, 6, and 10 of coins. So it's very clear to me that your future spouse is really speaking to like career opportunities or opportunities to somehow increase your wealth down the line, okay? So take these chances. Maybe the offer right now doesn't look super great, but I get the sense it's going to lead you to bigger things. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when I was in PA school, where I was doing my clinical rotation year, where I was basically working for free, right? Like seeing patients and reporting to my attendings and stuff, and not getting any money for giving all these reports and like going through their charts and all that kind of stuff. But I knew that it was going to help me in the long run, that they were going to teach me some things, I was going to learn some things, I was going to get like real experience, you know? So even though it doesn't seem like whatever offer is in front of you seems super tempting, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you might even be taking a temporary pay cut, or maybe like the schedule is like crappy or whatever, but I get the sense that this is going to bloom and blossom into something that will definitely be worth your while here. So just, I'm hearing like play the long game in this scenario. Play the long game because it's gonna work out quite well. I'm also hearing too that this might have to do for some of you because coins is about the physical realm. So this might even have to do with like house, okay? Like maybe moving somewhere new that maybe it's going to cost a bit to move to another city, to another state, another country, whatever it is, but it will be well worth it. Like you're gonna be so glad that you did it in a few months, maybe in a year or two. Like it'll be very, very clear to you, like you made the right choice here, okay? Yeah. Oh my God, I love this. Oh, I'm so glad this was how I ended this set of readings here, because again, the first two are a bit difficult. So I'm glad that I'm feeling very, very strong, positive energy coming through for you from your messages. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed them as well, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much for watching the video, liking it, sharing it with other people, and letting the ads run. Like all of those things really, really mean so much and help this channel grow. So thank you for that. And remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after. It's coming. Take care, loves.